Right. That should have me on there, and yep, got that on there. Okay. Seems a bit bouncy. Oh, how do you stop this here? Hey,
Greetings.
I'm trying to. There we are. Ah, found the clicky. Cool. Excellent. Hey, Paul. How are you? If you can hear us, unmic, say hi. We always like the buddy chatty chat. We're very friendly.
Chitty chat.
Yeah, man. How you been?
Check. I've been pretty good. Yourself?
Yeah, another busy week in Agency Turbo HQ. So yeah, I know Brett's had more late nights than I have, but very exciting week. We've got lots done. So yeah, it's pretty good times. Good times, mate. How about you? What's happening in your business?
Over the last month or so, I picked up 5 new clients. So that work has been keeping me busy, just getting caught up to get them up to speed and make sure everything is work in progress. And since we moved out of our home July 1st, been traveling around Turkey ever since, trying to get some work done when we're not moving from place to place.
Yeah, awesome. Oh, that's exciting, mate. That'd be good fun. Good food in Turkey, real good food. Yeah, so exciting. Yeah, we've been working with our brain, Albert. He's had a big week, Albert. He's been working very hard this week, and he's been doing lots of things. I've been quite a concentrated session with him today. So that's been good fun working on Google profiles and a couple of other things, which is very exciting. Here comes the rest of the gang. Dawn will be doing 2 things at once, no doubt. Roger, how are you?
It's my connection now. Am I cutting in and out? Still?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right.
I know. I think Brett, do you think you've solved your? It looks pretty good so far.
Yeah, well, I just rebooted the router, so hopefully.
Excellent. Cool. Well, yeah, we are very much a open mic talky thing and stuff, and that we go through things. You got questions and everything else, and that's what we do. I think, as we pointed out last week, we're not in the business of some massive win from 6 months ago and pumping it up and going, here, buy this product now and everything else, and that. It's not what we do. We like to use real things that we use with real live customers. And if it's a good result, it's a good result. If it's a bad result, we like to work out why it was a bad result and what needs changing with it to make it work better. That's how we operate at Agency Turbo, and it's what we do. This week, we've got our AI search checker, which we've been using for a while now. It's been upgraded, so it does a bit more than the old basic. Let's have a kick and a sniff, and it gives some very exact data now, which is what we're finding business owners want. How do I come up an AI search? What am I hitting? What am I not hitting? Who is hitting it? All of those things. It does that. It answers those questions, and then it can go a bit deeper and actually give us more of a report format as well. It's like, here's where you're gaining, here's where we still need to work. So it's the precursor to a number of our other products like Rank Turbo and Local Expert and those things. It's the thing that's the foot in the door. We've built this week another one that is also a great foot in the door, and it is a instant video, for want of a better word. The promo videos we've always done with buy local and those things. We go away and make it and send it to the customer and with 10 images and that sort of stuff. Now we pump in some basic information, and through a number of different platforms and everything else that it plugs into it, boom, produces it, fires it back in a matter of a couple of minutes. So the idea is to create a wow factor with a potential customer or an existing customer as well. And that, hey, we're trying to, because your existing customers are the easiest upsell there is someone that's already bought from you will buy from you again, and so when you send to an existing, somebody you already know, hey, fill this out, and then it comes back with a video 2 minutes, 3 minutes later, and they're going, how the hell did you do that? And how else? And then their mind goes straight away. What else can we make in this? And if you can do that easily, what else can you do and stuff like that? It's not what I call a foot in the door. It's more kicking the door open. It's it's not an edging your way in. You're just going you blow people away, and you're fixing a pain point at the same time. They're converted already. So so we thought today we'll show that and what it does and everything else. We've made a few. It's not perfect yet. It's getting pretty damn close. There's kind of a bit of a music thing we've been talking about. I've made a couple and sort of went, well, there was one that came through and I sort of said it was, if it was a funeral home, it would have been perfect. But it didn't really suit it as was that for the marketing business or I can't remember which one it was.
That was the gym. That was the gym.
Oh, yeah, a gym, and it was more like a funeral home kind of thing. It had that style and tone to it. So, hey, there's some things to dial in, but I think you'll get that this was an idea on Tuesday. It was built and developed on Wednesday, and it was being used on Thursday. So that's how quick things can come together, and certainly I think the AI brain is a big helper in that. Brett's incredible knowledge of coding and everything else in that is an incredible help with that too. But the day and age.
I have to stop you there. I'm not a coder though, so this is the thing. I've kind of been coding adjacent, shall we say, for my life, but I've never had. I couldn't program that stuff if I wanted to by hand. No way. So that's part of what we're bringing, right? That whole thing that you don't have to be a coder to be able to do this stuff. I just drove the AI tool to build it. I didn't have to build it myself. So, yeah, a little caveat on that. I'm not a fantastic coder. I know how to drive the thing to make the thing, but that's it. So,
well, there you go. We've got it from the horse's mouth. I'm going to stop calling him a genius now. I'm just going to call him Brett instead. Yeah. Yeah. Never mind. Okay, so hey, Mark, Shelley, welcome. And so just to recap on what we were saying, we've built what would be loosely termed as a prospecting tool, but really it's instead of a foot in the door, it's a kick the door open kind of thing. And I was saying before, we've already got AI search checker, which goes and looks at how you come up in AI search conversation and those things. It's been redefined and developed a bit further so that it does a bit more than that now. So the basic stuff. We had this idea on Tuesday was why don't we have an instant video maker? And Wednesday
it was an accidental discovery, Richie. We were trying to connect your Claude to Hey Gen for avatar videos, and there was a connector there for hyperframes by Hey Gen, and I went, oh, I wonder what that is. That was on Tuesday when I thought I didn't even know about it on Tuesday. And on Tuesday afternoon, I'd made a video, and on Wednesday, I built the tool to make videos on demand. So it wasn't even as if an idea came to us. It was like, oh, this is a new thing I haven't seen before. And I could probably use that in the business. And then 2 days later, we're using it in the business. So, yeah.
Yeah. I think we can... if I copy link and then go and so shall we show a video before we show the videos, the maker format and everything else in that?
Yeah, I think so. That's if it'll play over the school thing, but we'll find out in a minute.
We will. Chrome tab. Entire screen, that's what I'm after. Share. All right, let's see it.
Can't hear the audio at our end, Richie, but that's all right. The audio's not great.
So, hang on, clicky back, clicky, clicky.
That one was my wife's business, and all I gave it to do that was the URL. And it went and found images and everything and made the video straight from the URL.
Pretty cool in that it grabs basic info and then it can put something together, like that together. If you give it the right kind of prompting and stuff in that as well, it goes even better again and stuff. So I made one before for Agency Turbo actually about our AI search checker. And then it got confused though, and actually put in the free video maker as well. So it sort of mixed up the two products. But I think by a little bit more care and attention to detail from my end, it would produce it bang on every time. But the idea being is that you come in here and you pop in here and fill out the details to make a video. Get a free trial video for your business. Now that's set up and worded so that it is a prospect engagement. It is like, hey, you've got someone in your ecosystem, whatever in that, and they're like, hey, you've sent them this, and they just go, okay, well, they fill it out and stuff and that, and then all of a sudden it's made a video, and they're just like, wow, how did that? That's just too easy. I mean, what else can we do? So yeah, I think there's a few things we've still got to work through, in that you sent that as a link to someone, and then they just go and keep on making. They make 150 videos. I mean, that's gonna burn a bit because it's not free. Hey Brett, there is a cost to it, but it's minimal. Yeah.
Oh, it's tiny, and a lot of the actual generation is being done on my computer, not in the cloud, not in the cloud software anywhere. So it's just on the server. There's a cost to the audio, and there's a cost to the LLM making the script and designing the video, but there's no cost for the generation or anything in the back end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, which makes it different from most of these cloud services where you've got to send it off and you're paying for the generation, and you can pay up to like $1 a minute for HeyGen or something. But this is just being done on your machine.
You can pay it's just $6 a minute for HeyGen.
Yeah, it's basically just HTML in the back end. It's making those videos. So, and I was just saying to Richie before, like if you wanted a version, like because I've deliberately made this so it would fit on your phone quite easily. But you could actually have a version where you just put name, email, business name, and website, and have it go and create the video. And that's all the input that they get while you with your phone version of it. So you go in, you got it on the phone. They could put the URL in, and then 2 minutes later they get an email saying, "Oh, here's your video," and it's all connected into Go High Level. So the name, email, and business name and phone is all connected into Go High Level. And it actually it's connected in through the API. I just said, I can't be bothered building a form. Can you connect it straight to our GHL account? And it said, yeah, sure, no problem. And it's connected it all in via the API, which is good too. And yeah, so you could have a really, really simple on your phone prospecting tool while you're talking to someone. If video is your thing, and you go, chuck your website in here. 3 minutes later, their phone pings, new video for their business. And they go, these guys are pretty onto it. So yeah, that's the idea.
Yeah. that is
the
the
door
idea
down.
when you connect like that. And as I say, the greatest success I've ever had is when you've walked into a new business and you've solved a pain point for them upon entry. You walk in the door and you go, "Oh yeah, I can fix that for you." Bang, and they literally stay for life. Those customers, because they're just like, "Well, you've just proven that you're an expert and that you're competent and you know what you're doing." And so they're just like, "Well, can you do this as well?" It works every time. So you sort of, you make a really solid impression with something like that. Then the AI search checker. I mean, you've got that connection and everything else and that, and you go back to them and say, "Oh, hey, here's a report on exactly what AI is seeing about you and your business online today." And it's a problem because these seeing this over here is not seeing this stuff here, and that's the going to invite the offer of like, "Well, how much is it to fix that?" Or how do we go about fixing that and stuff? And then that's what we do. We just sell our products. And, well, Rank Turbo will do that for you. Local Expert will give you more of this stuff, but pointed at the internet, so it makes you sound competent at what you do, and people will find you because AI will refer them to you. That's the business we're in today. So these are the traditional side of things. I think the biggest market opportunity in front of all of us, and Dawn and I were talking about this, and I think is this AI agents versus chatbots and the likes. The one trick pony. Now, what we're getting with agents and us being the experts in delivering agents, second to none. We get to just walk into any business and go, "Yep, I know how to fix that," and here you go, this, and this done, and stuff. And I think it's the new greenfields opportunity in our industry. I think the pricing's going to be pretty sensitive. I think there's going to be people coming out doing the whole, it's tens of thousands like websites were in 2004. To it actually, I think it's a volume thing. If you can deliver stuff quickly with ease, input, you got all the right format and everything else there. You just plug it in, and they just keep on coming back and buying more stuff. Like, "Oh, give me another one that does this. Give me another one that does this." And if you're charging $300-400 to drop one in there, and charging them $100, $200 a month just to say, "Hey, I'm on call," or "We'll fix this," or "We'll do that," and stuff and that, it's because what we're seeing, especially with Albert, Brett, and I hope you agree, is that the efficiency, but the volume and the output is so much easier to have 1,000 customers than it is to have 11 that you're doing everything for manually all the time.
Oh, 100%. And there's something, I've been pushing you for some time. I've been saying we're doing the wrong things here. We're doing the wrong things. We need to pivot. And, we're starting that pivot now because we have been very much traditionally in the, one customer, custom built, use their own, use their systems and everything. And that means we're custom building in 5 different platforms at once and everything like that. And you can't scale that. And if you're going to scale, then you need to basically really narrow your product range down and your offer range to like, no, this is the way we do this. We're going to do this either if we're going to do a blog, for example, which is another product that we have, a Content Turbo. We're going to do blogging, then it's going to be on Go High Level or WordPress, and that's it. We're not doing blogging in your custom made restaurant software, that kind of thing, because you just can't. And
Yeah,
you can do that. Because people are saying the prices prices come down because AI does it all. Well, yeah, that's probably true. It doesn't cost as much to generate a video these days. So if you need to be able to do it at scale, then you need to be able to do your actions at scale. And as soon as you start getting into individual actions for individual clients that can't be automated, then you're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, and that's and we learned that from a third party platform called PopMenu. That we have a customer had a number of sites in there with them and stuff, and their original conversation with us, we could have came in to try Rank Turbo and fit it to restaurants specifically. So we worked pretty closely with them on a couple of occasions. They were very, very receptive and everything else, and they were like, "Hey, we'd like to talk to you guys more about what you do and stuff and that." And we were like, "Well, this is a platform that we could access 4,500 restaurants through. This is pretty exciting stuff," and everything else and that. What it really was them learning from us how to do it properly, because their SEO service was pretty shit, to be honest, and but it just wasn't delivering. So we were going to basically school them up on all the right things to do and everything else. That so we immediately pulled away from that and just went, no, we'll just keep our knowledge to ourselves, because the enemy of local business today is a third-party platform that brings some cheap payment processing to the table, but everything else is a problem because it's in a restrictive system that Google and the internet are not seeing correctly, because they never can see it correctly when it's hidden in a third-party platform. And that's the difference. Is the thing I'm explaining to business owners now is like, you're saving 1% in your processing. What's it really costing you though? Because your visibility is hurt by being in this platform. So your visibility being outside of a platform and you using a payment deal, for that is the key. I'm not saying don't have a payment processor and everything else. That everyone needs to have them if they've got a retail type business, particularly restaurants and the likes. So you've got to have that, but don't put your digital assets inside of a locked up system, because Google will just go, I don't give a shit. I'm just going straight past you to the next one that I can see. And that's a fact, and it's across all sorts of industries. We had a gym customer. They're in a system called CA, and it's USA wide, I think, maybe even global. And it's just an absolute piece of dog turd. It is absolutely useless, this system, and its functionality and stuff, but you can't do it. And it was all based off payment processing. I think they told that customer they were going to save 90 grand a year. Well, it's cost them significantly more than that so far. And it's they're a painful thing. I'm actually doing from my Yole Digital account. I'm putting together a YouTube video, quite a long form one, explaining the difference between third-party platforms and the pros and the cons, and the pros are very minimal compared to the cons that come with it. So that keep an eye out for that. It's going to be interesting.
Richie, cool. Are we gonna be brave and make a video live on the thing to show that it works, or embarrass ourselves if it fails spectacularly?
I think we should, eh?
So someone give us a business and we can quickly look at it on the web, or help us fill it out, or actually just unmute, and first unmute gets a video. Oh, nobody's brave enough. We'll just pick one at random.
Plumbing today.
HVAC.
Omaha.
Yes, sir.
Hang on, I'm just going to move that out of the way. Omaha, Nebraska. Are you in Omaha, Nebraska, Paul?
I'm in Turkey, but my client is
he's in Turkey.
That's right. You said that before. Because in the next couple of months, I'm actually going to Omaha, Nebraska for a weekend.
Sorry.
So I've got a buddy of mine that he's from there, and he says you got to come home and check it out. Apparently, it's a real foodie town. It's a very good foodie town. So I'm looking forward to that.
I disagree, but
yeah.
No, not there, Richie. Wrong place. Well,
don't. Yeah, hey, that's what happens when Richie goes and does these. Business name. Yeah. We'll put it in. Oh no, that's business name. Where's the website go, Brett?
You're over it. There's a big red button that says website down there. Keep going down. Down.
There it is. Yeah, it's the one. Yeah, we'll chuck that in there.
Put the business name in at the top as well. Whatever it was, plumbing. What was it? Plumbing.
Plumbing
today, Omaha.com.
Plumbing today, Omaha. Plumbing today, HVAC.
Yeah, that'll do.
The business name, yes, Plumbing today, HVAC. It's DBA. They're technically Plumbing today, but
yeah.
Cool. That phone number won't make any difference, will it?
No, it's just going to go high level. But you could just change it to. I told it to default to the States. It's interesting.
You don't need to have one, do you?
Oh, you might. Just chuck one in there. 1, 2, 3, yeah. Because it's a prospecting tool, we want their details, right? We're not going to let them go get their video without telling us how to get in touch with them.
Okay, what else do I want to put in here? Anything?
No, you don't need to. So go back to the website and just pick one of their services.
plumbing.
Well, there's air conditioning, drain, heating. What was that, Paul?
Should we go?
No, I was just laughing.
Just pick one.
Okay. Well, yeah.
We'll click on air conditioning services, learn more. And just grab some text from there.
Got it.
Cool. Let's paste it into the thing.
Put that in. What should the video cover? This one here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Make my video.
Yep.
Oh, we couldn't reach. Check the spelling. Use the hex codes. Oh, okay, that's pretty weird.
So that couldn't reach.
Couldn't reach the website.
So you do it live and it breaks.
Hey,
that's good. It's going to happen.
Brett, in the future, you need to do the demonstration.
Why? Is it a bit slow and painful for you, Dawn? Okay, it's not going through to that website. I don't know why.
I'll see if I can get it going. We need to carry on, Richie, and I'll see what's happened there.
Righto. Where do I stop my share? There we are. I'm there. Well, I'm back again. Yeah. Clicky, clicky, clicky. I love it when I start clicking around and bouncing all over things and stuff in that, eh? But always the problem when you're going live is those thingamajiggies there. So anyway, it does work. It'll spit stuff out. I mean, we saw an example before. Brett's dropped off, so it's all right. He might have to get it going offline. Yeah. Anyone got any other questions, comments, concerns, observations? No? Nothing to add? Want to make a pointed observation about it? Dawn, what do you think?
About your video tool?
Yeah.
Pretty sick.
Hey, it's yeah, but I think it's just something that just adds more value and surprisingly easy to pull together. And you start adding a collection of 2 or 3 things like that. You just got every opportunity to drop it in front of someone and say, "Hey, this is the level we work at," and they're like, "Oh, what else can we do?" Yeah, Britt's internet just dropped out.
So I don't get it. So where would you put this? Like on a funnel in your Go High Level or something?
Yeah. That's Shelley. I think you could deploy it in a number of ways, and that's what it was designed for. Was like, hey, you can use it this way, or you can use it this way. It's something else that just adds more value. I mean, I like the idea of having it on my phone. And I'll run into someone, or just message it over to them, and they fill out their stuff on their phone right there and then, and stuff, and then it comes back 2 minutes later with a video, and I'm just going, "Wow, how did you do that?" It's that kind of creating that wow factor is just the biggest closer that there is. It's it just puts you in the conversation of like, okay, well, how do I get a better version? How do I get this? How do I get that? It's you're really in the zone then.
I would just use it for clients to make videos to put on their social.
Yeah. Yep. We've got a client who's a real estate agent, and I see she just put up a new listing on her social media this afternoon, Brett, and I sort of looked at the picture of it and just went, I know exactly what I can do with that, and how to pump it out in just a wee 15-second. I mean, a static picture of a house for sale doesn't really grab a lot of attention, but a 15-second video of a house that's just come to market. I mean, it's a cool villa anyway. It's in my neighbourhood, and a 15-second video would probably get a lot more attention than the static post on Facebook. So, and it actually could be automated, so that whenever Liz had a listing come along, and that she can just do that now. What she's doing, post it on Facebook. We'll just grab it and off it goes. It comes back, and it'll post the video back there as well. So, fully automated.
So just the reason it broke before is my internet is very flaky today, and that service is actually running on my computer. So I disconnected from the internet, and that's why it couldn't find anything, because it wasn't actually connected to anything. So that was the reason it broke. I wouldn't try it right now because the internet's still dropping in and out. So,
what a shame! Because we were talking about that before the show. Was that we had some bouncy internet going on? I lost my internet on Tuesday. That was a real
blame me for it.
I originally thought Brett might have done something, but then after 90 minutes of scurrying around, I realised that it was my whole neighbourhood, and I thought, well, okay, there's not much getting done here. I may as well go out and see some customers. So I hopped in the car and went across town, and they said, oh yeah, no, our internet's out as well. And the whole city was out from Google, and Comcast was out for Nashville. So it was just one of those Tuesdays where I think it come back on about 4:30 or 5 o'clock, and I was like, well, that's not ideal. So it was just a write-off day, unfortunately. But then luckily Brett and I had met first thing that morning, so I kind of had an idea of where I was going for the day, and then I try and sit down to do the work. And as I say, 90 minutes, I tried everything. I mean, I was into my advanced Wi-Fi settings, I was busy doing this and that. And then I went downstairs and thought, I'll just go and check the router. And sure enough, there's a red light on it. And I was like, okay, so let's reboot that then. And that didn't work either. And even getting onto the app for Google was impossible because everyone was trying to get onto it. So, all right, I digress. Are we good to go now, Brett, or are we just going to...
well, I'm running on my hotspot on my phone. You can try, see what happens.
Okay, well, hang on. Let me just pop over here and I'll see if it comes back with it. Oh, it's building your video. Right. And come back to School Live. So we've got a couple of minutes here, team, while it generates. So what's everyone got on for the weekend? I always like to ask that on a Friday. What's everyone up to? I'm going to a Bernese Mountain Dog meetup tomorrow at a river. That's exciting. Yeah. What about you, Brett? What are you doing this weekend?
I'll be sat in my computer catching up on all the things I was doing when I was building the video tool and should have been doing other things. So, yeah.
Mark, Shelley, Tom. Hey, welcome, Tom. Haven't seen you for a while, buddy. Hope you're well. Paul? Dawn will be working, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'll be working, but I'll be also going for a kayak ride around the harbor, and I don't know. Not much after that. I get tired. I get tired now. Way easier. So.
Yeah.
Same thing. Work, some family, cook out.
Yeah, I've got a cookout tomorrow night. We're going to a friend's place for a cookout, so that should be pretty good. So yeah, but it's kind of one of those weekends where we'll be. I think Brett, you and I are going to be connecting on Sunday, aren't we? Sunday my time. We've got a bit of a brain session to do. But that's if you get time for it, buddy. If you've really stuck with other things, don't worry.
We need to get it working properly, and that's all good. Yeah, no, I was just thinking too, the other thing, Richie, that we did this week a couple of times, which is probably useful for people as well, is there are a couple of videos that like each of us spotted videos across our feed, and I thought, oh, that'd be really interesting. So there's one that Richie found that we had a brief discussion about, and we put it into the AI. And because we've got this AI agentic brain thing that we've built, which we will show one day, we just actually able to put the video into that and say, hey, is this useful for our business? And it already knows our business and everything like that and how it all fits together. and it's able to go through and get the transcript of the video and like compare it to what we're doing and say how it fits in. So one of the things it was able to do this week was actually help us refine our target market for Agency Turbo, because we were kind of sort of just spray it and see. So we've more tightly defined our target market for Agency Turbo. And so that was really good, and it's helped us become more focused. And then I found another one which was more technical, but it was about how to reduce your usage on Claude, because I was having trouble keeping under the plan that I was on to, trying to build so much stuff, and I keep on blowing out my budget on the subscription. And so I loaded this video, and it said 6 ways to save your tokens when you're using Claude. And I loaded that in, and I said, all right, have a go and see if this is any good to help us save our tokens. And it went through and basically did some tests. It ran some tests the way it was doing it compared to the way it was suggested in the video and everything. And I didn't really touch it, and it came back and said, nah, complete waste of time. I've done these tests. And it came out and said, I tested this, I tested this, I tested this, and it's no good. And I was like, okay, cool. So I don't even know what the video said. I've got no idea. I didn't spend an hour watching the video and then 4 hours, 5 hours trying to test it or anything. I just threw it at the computer and said, is this going to help? And it said, no, it's not going to help. Okay, cool, move on. So that's another way that we're using AI in our business these days, is absorbing information and looking to improve all the time. We find something, we think, oh, this could be useful. And it's quite good too, because Richie and I are both a little bit ADHD, to be fair. And we see a new bright shiny object, and now instead of chasing said bright shiny object, we throw it into the mix and have the computer come back and say, well, I've compared this against all the things you're trying to do in your business, and this is not a good fit right now. Back to as you were. So we're finding that quite useful.
Yeah, and I mean, I found another one about using Claude for, when we vibe code build a website in there, and then a system for going back and hitting sort of 3 main points to up-spec the website from a graphic design point of view, and really hone in on exactly what their brand is and what the elements should be and stuff. And there's the basic prompting that you can do now, and then you turn around and start doing this level of prompting. There's 3 sort of steps to it, and it just makes the thing go, wow, the impression that. So I stuck that in there and said, hey, it was using Claude Design was what this came off, and it goes, well, it was only a few days old. The system from Claude was a few days old, and so this thing's going to that and that, and it says, well, hang on, but then we've got Desiree, our designer. It's gone off to her to go, hey, this is a process we want to incorporate, and we want to focus on these elements here, whatever it finds and stuff and that. So bring it back. So it's been added to the knowledge base to get more of an up-spec design from a vibe coded site, because that's the one thing the customer cares about, how it looks. We, as digital marketers and AI people, we care about its data structure and that it's presenting 100% correct in that regard, so that Google finds it. And so you've got kind of 2 polar opposites. And this, I think, is the bridging the gap between the two. Is like, well, yeah, especially you can start talking details like your main call to action button has been highlighted a little bit more. It's a little bit bigger, and it's got these sort of shininess to it and stuff and that, because that's a design element that actually has a conversion effect. So you start talking at that level of detail with a business owner, and they're just like, oh man, whatever you say, just that's fine, because you've got the rationale behind it as to why that's been done, and it's a really important thing. Righty, let us go back. I'm sure we are there. Share. I do clickies, and it's building the video. This normally takes a minute or 2. So
yeah, so something's gone up with that. Yeah, I think it's my connection. Unfortunately, we'll have to demo it next week, probably.
What a shame. What a shame. So, we've had that one before. I can show another one. What about cedar roasters, Brett? You reckon?
Yep, that's the best one, I reckon.
The volume, I don't think, comes through that well. Well, I think they're pretty impressive. I think the way to. Oopsie, hang on, I'm clicking everywhere again. Yeah, look, just dial it in. You're going to perfect what information goes in there. Someone's trying out for the first one. Say, hey, give us this, give us that as well, give us that too, and it'll make that. And if it makes something pretty good first time out of the gate, you go, well, if you gave me this, and this, I could actually make something even better. And then you've got them kind of into the what else can you produce? And if it's something that they are a business or a type of customer that actually needs repetitive actions on them, then even better again. I mean, it's where you want to start building a cloud skill to go and do them for you. So you just like pump it in the front end and it makes it, builds it, and then publishes it as well. So all of those things. And that's what we're about at Agency Turbo, is using those things so that they follow through, convert, you sell, make money from it, but keep on bringing more in, because volume has its place with AI. As opposed to our traditional marketing services, like, hey, we do this, we do this, we do this. Now is let AI do it for us, and we drive volume, and that's the idea. Is those systems in place.
Hey, Richie, my sound had cut off, and I didn't hear the backbone behind your videos. Is it HeyGen?
It's called Hyperframes by HeyGen. Okay. So Hyperframes it's actually a free tool you can install on your computer, and you can run it there, but it's all terminal based, not a front end GUI. But yeah, Hyperframes by HeyGen, and there's a whole, if you use Claude, there's a whole Hyperframes skill and everything that comes with it when you download it.
Yeah. I do use Claude, and I do use HeyGen for videos, so I'll look it up. I'll have to watch. I'm going to have to watch the recording of this, because I lost my sound for some reason a couple times.
Right. Yeah, so HeyGen is Hyperframe seems to be a little bit separate from HeyGen. It's like nothing to do with the script. I don't have a HeyGen subscription, Richie does, but I haven't used it to build this. It's just a downloaded thing. And what it's doing in the back end is it's making HTML like web pages essentially, and then putting them together in video. And so it doesn't need all the fancy HeyGen engine or anything like that to build. So it's quite cool. Yeah,
it's and I mean, Mark, I don't know how much have you done in HeyGen, but I mean, I'm in HeyGen pretty much every day, and I've had a really good play with the seed dance connection in there as well. I made a video using that. It burned a hell of a lot of credits, but it was very, very good. So there's lots of cool tricks you can do in HeyGen. We've got our local expert product runs through HeyGen. It continuously makes it, and I've just been spitting them out today. And when you get it really dialed in, so the avatar's correct, the format's correct, and everything else, then it's just incredible. But we're teaching Albert, our brain, at the moment, for him to plug into it, and actually he will go and make the videos for customers and then publish them to YouTube and the likes as well. So that it's, the more automated everything is, the happier we are.
I've done between 30 and 35 videos on HeyGen for different clients. Admittedly, getting better the more that I do. I'm going to look at the hyperframes. I'm on the site now.
Yeah. So what about so do you build your client avatars in HeyGen and then go and make videos of them talking about what they do and stuff?
Yeah. So I created for there's 3 companies I'm doing it for, and one of them I created an avatar, company spokesperson. I called them the company spokesperson. And they're in all the videos, all the testimonial videos, all the commercial videos that I've created. I also created. I was on a call with the client, showing the client 8 different client how I was doing it, and I let her create the avatar, let her describe it, and she did a pretty good job telling me what she wanted, and created a much wilder, sexier version than I would even have thought of, but it was all her. So that's her company spokesperson. And I have another company that's a law firm. I created a company spokesperson there little more stoic, a little more professional, low key.
Yeah, and that's what I've done as well. I mean, I've had some where I've actually made the AI avatar, Eva, for a gym. She kind of looks like a pretty serious about her health and fitness and stuff, and sort of fits the mold ideally there. And because their main market is 78% 31-year-old males is their average, so we fit someone right into that, making it through AI. But then I've got other ones that it's actually them. And so far, I've had them come to my office, sit down at this computer, and record the 30 seconds, and then we get a voice file from that. But we also do like normally a 30-second voice file off their phone, and they send that to me as well. And then go in and I create the avatar and then the different outfits and stuff. And if you take pictures of them, then you can put them in any scene and all of those things as well.
None of my clients wanted to be the avatar to be of them. They wanted a separate created AI entity, if you would.
Yeah, and I think that's ideal in that you're still gaining the AI search, the local expert thing, because you've got a character talking about the things that line up with your business, your attributes and your products and services and those things, right? When it's like Liz, real estate agent here in East Nashville, and so that was a case of like we want actually her because that's what people are going to deal with is her. So we're very specific about some things. It's like it's got to be the person. But I think, and Brett and I were going to actually test it this week, and we've run out of time. It's going to be a do it as soon as we can job. Brett is do Brett's avatar. I've got mine in there, and the next one was do Brett. And I think we can just hop on a Zoom call like this environment here, record it on there, and it's going to be good to go. It's got the capability to just take that and go, all right, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, So,
Richie, in your Slack, I dug out that video out of the server logs and it was actually finished. It just hadn't uploaded. So if you click the link in Slack, you'll have that video.
Righto.
So it actually worked. It just broke when it was trying to save it. And there's no sound on this. It broke before the sound got made, but you get the idea. So all we did was chuck in a website and a bit of text from the page. Oh, bit of a boo-boo there. That's amazing, eh? That's incredible. All right.
Wow.
So you guys saw the input that we did, right? One website, one URL, and one bit of text copied from one page.
Two lines of content and a URL and the business name. That's it.
Yeah. And I'm working on fixing that stuff where it overlapped the page. I've told it about that, and it's working on fixing that. So, yeah.
Yeah,
so
it's exciting, very exciting, and I think video generation is driven by AI these days. You don't need the massive big HeyGen plan to get underway and stuff like that. Making these things through that tool gives you an in. Someone wants more, plug into it, and then go and grab the subscription that's right and follow the steps. I mean, it's actually like setting up HeyGen is surprisingly easy. You've just got to set your own one up and then just go back and work out the different formats. And then I think it's just a case of this is the beauty of Claude and having a good brain and stuff. And that is like, hey, give me the prompting that actually goes and does exactly this style of video, and it spits it out on point every time. So
one other thing on HeyGen, if that I struggled in the beginning, and I got on and I thought I had figured it all out. And about 2 or 3 weeks in, I was able to get an appointment with one of their coaches or one of their trainers. And I had a 30-minute call, and that guy showed me more in 30 minutes than I was able to learn in the 2 or 3 weeks, whatever it was, prior to it. It saved me a lot. I learned a lot in this. So if everybody's going to use HeyGen, my suggestion would be if you sign up for their training, one of their trainings, and they also have a great knowledge base that I didn't know existed because it really isn't. It really isn't put anywhere where you can see it.
You got to go looking for it, eh? It's
Exactly.
it's very
Exactly.
good. Yeah, but I found the same thing. Was my onboarding call took about 2 or 3 weeks before I had it, and then I sat down with them. I think it was about 40 odd minutes, and just blew me away.
I was just going to say it was mind blowing to me. It blew all the stuff that I was frustrated with in the first 10 minutes of the call. The guy solved all my frustrations, and the rest of it was just learning.
Well, the biggest problem I had, and I sort of had the relationship there after that call as well, and sort of showed him what I was doing and the product I built and why it was needed and all those things, and then my own one, it kept taking my New Zealand accent, and it would say, and I would say it's a New Zealand accent, Kiwi and da da da, and it would go, oh yeah, the AI, and it would go, great, that's fantastic, we'll do that, and then it'd make me sound Australian or English or a combination of Australian and English. And it did it again and again and again. And I had to go to their support, but it wasn't their normal support. You have to go to their advanced support team. And that's got a 24-hour, takes them 24 hours and stuff like that. But overnight, they took my voice files and went and set my voices for me in my HeyGen. And so I came back to it being, it's all done. And then they gave me, because I said, mate, I'll keep regenerating these things. I'm burning my credits. And they gave me like 300 credits for free as well, and said sorry about the inconvenience, So their support was fantastic too. But it's one of those products. I think it is good. Have you done anything, Mark, with the Seed Dance video generation?
No, I was going to look at it after you mentioned it. I never even thought of it, to be honest with you.
It's a bit of a process. The way I used it was I wrote the prompts in ChatGPT. And went, right, I'm building this video. This is what I want to do, scene by scene. I'm using this tool, and got it dialed in that way. So same thing, I would always, your prompting is going to create what you're after. And then you've just got to go back and say, hey, always make sure you keep this and, always do that and it learns the rules. But I think the other AI avatar, the creator in there, it adds to knowledge as well, so it just keeps on building on what you've told it previously.
It does keep on building, and the one thing that I did learn is that, like all chats, eventually you can blow the memory up. Like it loses track of things. So you got to change. You got to do different trails.
Then it's going to say start a new conversation because
exactly. Start a new chat.
And so, and then you go back and ask, okay, well, summarize the main things from here for me to start a new conversation with. And it'll spit that out, it'll spit out 10 lines and stuff and that. And then you go over to the new one and say, right, I've been doing this and I want to do this now. Here's this. And it goes, okay, let's go. And it kind of picks up on where it left off with all the good bits of the essentials and moves on. So, yeah, it's great. Anyway, it's a fantastic tool. And I think Brett's very clever. As I always say, we've built a fantastic tool as well. Hope you'll agree that it's something that doesn't put a foot in the door, it kicks the door open. This is an easy thing to just show and tell how good you are at what you do in any situation, whether you're going to send that out to someone you already know, you meet someone, you go to a networking event, whatever it is, this is the kind of thing you can dump in front of them. This is also the kind of thing that we're bringing to the table here at Agency Turbo. We're here not to go selling, we've got this product to sell you this week, we've got this to sell you next week. We're not in that business. We're in the business of having an operational system that actually delivers results, outcomes, and things, for local businesses and small and large. It kind of doesn't matter what size a business is today. It's we just deliver on these things here with automation. We are 100% automated at Agency Turbo. We only do things that are automated. So if you guys are keen on that journey and being a part of that, we are working through at the moment what our program looks like, what it has available out of the gate, what it has available as an upgrade sort of things and stuff and that. We're very much committed to those that are supporting us right at the start, what we term as grandfathered in. So that's you get to come in nice and cheap, and everyone else will be paying an absolute fortune for it. So that's where we're heading to. But yeah, we're a couple of weeks away, Brett, from having the format all worked out and everything else, but we're just teasing now, saying this is the stuff that we do. Here's how we use it, and this is how we set it up for you, and away you go. Add another string to your bow.
And the idea is to empower, like that. Just what we did this week, which was we discovered something new on Tuesday, and we have a working tool by Thursday. Broken for the demo on Friday, of course. But that's the kind of speed at which you can move. And you only have to go back a year or two, and you couldn't really move at that speed. And now you can. You can go from idea to implementation in the space of a few days, and have a new tool. So you're lying in bed one night, and you think, "Oh, a cool prospecting tool would be this," and then by the end of the next day, you can probably have it running away in your business and traffic going to it.
Exactly. So, hey guys, thank you so much for coming along and catching up with us. We really appreciate it, and it is our Friday afternoon. Let's hang out and stuff. I mean, I like sort of finishing at this time because we're very, very near beer o'clock. It's only 45 minutes away now for beer o'clock. So good times, and everyone have a great weekend. Stay safe. Dawn, I hope you get your website stuff all knocked off, mate. The demanding customer list. Nothing better than that on a Friday afternoon. So best of luck, buddy. Mark, Tom, have a good weekend. Enjoy yourself. Brett, I'm sure we'll be talking again very soon. And you won't be able to get rid of me.
Have a great weekend, guys. Bye bye.
Cheers,
See you guys.
Everyone take care.